At our baby shower, my sister raised her glass and said, "The deed was a mistake. That house belongs to us, not you." Mom added, "We're moving in right after the baby's born." Seconds later, a text from an unknown number lit my phone. "Don't react. They're recording you." I kept smiling, then walked away from the table, logged into the smart lock system, and updated the access settings. After that, I made one more move. By midnight, 64 missed calls. I should have known something was up the second my sister clinked her glass. We were halfway through the baby shower launch. Light music, pastel decorations, everyone smiling, and she stands up like she's about to make a heartfelt toast. To my dear brother and his wife, she began, smiling wide enough to show every tooth. "Congratulations. But let's be honest, the deed was a mistake. That house belongs to us, not you." You could hear the collective gasp from 3 tables away. Before I could even process that, Mom chimed in from across the table, her fork still in hand. "We're moving in right after the baby's born. It's only fair. That place was meant to be ours in the first place." It was like someone had dumped ice water over my head. My wife froze next to me, gripping her fork so tight I thought it might snap. I opened my mouth to speak. Then my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Just 4 words, "Don't react. They're recording you." My stomach dropped. I scanned the table. Yep. My cousin had his phone angled just right, pretending to film the cake. I forced a smile so fake my cheeks ached, lifted my own glass, and toasted back. "Thanks for sharing that interesting perspective." Then I set my drink down, stood up, and walked away from the table without another word. In the hallway, I pulled out my phone, logged into the smart lock system for the house, and updated the access settings. Every family code deleted, guest access disabled. And then I made one more move. By midnight, 64 missed calls. I didn't buy the house to make a point. I bought it because my wife and I needed a place where nobody could yank the rug out from under us. Before that, family had always come with strings. 3 years ago, my parents were months behind on their mortgage. Dad called it a rough patch. Mom called me her safety net. I covered 2 payments, then a third, then their property taxes just until spring. At the same time, my sister kept borrowing for car repairs, exam fees, and a sudden girls' trip that couldn't be postponed. I picked up extra shifts, skipped vacations, tightened our budget. When my wife asked if we could slow the help down, I told her it was temporary and that I'd set boundaries. I didn't. The house came up because my grandparents' place finally sold. Mom said there might be something for the kids, then immediately floated that my sister should get the bulk because she'll start a family sooner. Jokes on everyone. We were already trying quietly, and infertility treatments aren't cheap. When the estate was ready, the something for me turned into nothing. So, I did what I always do. I made it happen myself. I saved the down payment, found a small place that needed work, and negotiated hard. My wife and I signed the deed, moved in with hand-me-down furniture, and I spent nights and weekends fixing plumbing, wiring, and the roof. I paid contractors where I had to, did the rest myself. The day the paint finally dried, Mom stood in the living room and said, "It still feels like our family's house." She meant hers. I laughed it off then. I shouldn't have. From there, they got bolder. Dad needed a new transmission loan. Never repaid. Mom wanted help with a private dentist. Advance, also never repaid. My sister called crying about a security deposit after she'd broken a lease for her mental health. I paid it so she wouldn't move back with our parents and turn their crisis into another fire for me to put out. When we finally got pregnant, we told everyone it's